It's summertime, but that does not mean that the sports have stopped. We've got the CFL, we got golf, we got tennis, we got CONCACAF, we got everything.
Baseball.
Yeah, baseball.
Yeah.
Listen, before the game starts, live and play, or how your favorite player would perform, you can look it all up right now at Canada Sportsbook. Get Sports Interaction. Doing it right since 1997. The most competitive odds. Sports Interaction makes it easy to deposit, easy to play, and easy to cash out. Join now and see that all that sports betting has to offer. Head to sportsinteraction.com/STPN. That's sportsinteraction.com/STPN. As always, it's 19 plus. Please play responsibly.
This is from at Green Knight 8811. It's for Steve.
Okay.
Bill Smith. Steve says a lot that the cup is only awarded because it has to be each year. If you were to come up with a criteria for a team to meet in order to actually win the cup, what would it be?
Okay. Let's not take my little jokes literally. Listen, the Tampa Bay Lightning are brilliant. There's a reason they've been to 3 straight finals. They draft extremely well. They coach extremely well. They develop extremely well. They sign extremely well. They exploit the rules extremely well. They're brilliant. Their success isn't an accident. The Colorado Avalanche went on a tour like the Eagles and just ripping everyone off. Lou Lamoriello, thanks, yoink. Kyle Dubas, thanks, yoink. The Ottawa Senators and Nashville Predators in the same trade, thanks, yoink. And they just kept ripping them off. I guess my criteria would be your success needs to be clearly intentional. Because there are how often do we see teams in the Final Four where we're like, how the fuck? How did you get here?
Can I posit a theory on that?
Okay.
To answer his question, the President's Trophy should matter more.
Like an
EPL.
football.
Yeah. It should matter more. Like, because the Stanley Cup, if you look at it from a hockey position, the way that you win the Stanley Cup is a completely made up circumstance. It's not. It is. It's completely
because the playoffs are nothing like the regular season.
The playoffs are nothing like the regular season. So if you want to look at it like the Stanley Cup is awarded the way the Stanley Cup is awarded. But what I would say to you, instead of saying how would you award it differently, I would just say make the President's Trophy matter. Because it should matter. It does matter. It's a completely different style of hockey against a completely different group of players, a much wider range of players. And to be honest with you, it's a far more, because people tend to be healthier during the actual regular season than they are during the playoffs.
More accurate representation
of where the teams actually are.
Yeah, and the sample size is 82 games and
rather than
4 rounds versus random teams.
Like the Stanley Cup is it's like a throw some shit against the wall. Yeah, the good teams do rise to the top, but then there's teams like Montreal that go on a run. There's the LA Kings from 2012. A good team went on a run, though.
The Montreal Canadiens' success last year, or the year before, however, I don't know. It's the summer. I never know how to phrase it. Wasn't a total surprise. Because I remember saying for several years, okay, yeah, no, this team's not very good. But if they made the playoffs, watch out. They'll fuck some shit up.
And you were right.
And then they did. They were the 24th team. And they took on the 5th ranked team in the East. They were the Penguins. And they beat them.
Right.
And the Penguins didn't want a 5-game series against them because they thought they might beat them. And then they did.
And you're not even talking about the cup year.
I'm not even talking about the year they made the final.
You're talking about the bubble year.
Yeah.
That's the bubble year. Yeah. The next year, the same thing happened. And they were trash. Yeah. They barely made it all the way to the final.
Right.
Canadian division is what got them into the playoffs in the first place.
But
this is my point. You're proving my point.
No, I know.
The reality is, in a completely fake instance that doesn't exist, Montreal's good. But in the real season, with all the teams and all the players, where everybody is playing on a level playing field, everybody.
I think what you're talking about, though, is a league issue, not a team
issue.
No,
I'm not talking about an issue at all. All I'm saying is, the guy has asked you if if the Stanley Cup's awarded because it has to be, which is a joke, and I know you're tongue in cheek about that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is the fact that we completely fucking ignore the President's Trophy because that team didn't do great in the postseason is bullshit. It's 82 games. It's 8 months. That is a significant award for a team to win.
It feels unique to North America, doesn't it?
It does.
That we ignore the regular season
We
championship.
just don't care.
And like in baseball, if they make the wild card game, they're fucking celebrating with champagne and cigars.
Yeah.
No, baseball is the worst example of what you're talking about because they play so many games and it can come down to one. Your first game could be a fucking 1-game series in the wild card.
3 or
162.
No, but 163 is the wild card game.
Oh yeah, you play
right?
163rd game as Toronto Blue Jays. You miss by 1 game. It's fucking awful.
And you could play a team that's 10 games ahead of you. And boom.
Yeah. And
that's
then
what I mean, though. It's completely artificial, though.
Yeah.
The wild card is completely artificial.
Meanwhile, in Europe, we are top of the league. Say, we are top of the league.
That's right.
And here it's we don't fucking care.
Yeah, but they have tournaments.
Wake me up in April.
Like UEFA, and other Champions League, whatever it is. They have their own tournaments where the top teams from those leagues go to the quote unquote playoffs and play for another trophy. But that doesn't, like, we have CONCACAF here, right? Whereas, like, you win the league title and then you win the championship and then you go to CONCACAF and try to win that, right? And I think sometimes we for some reason people are like the President's Trophy, gross, disgusting.
Well, it's because
ew.
the President's Trophy winner has rarely gone on to win the Stanley Cup. So
They're two different awards. They're 2 different seasons.
It's become meaningless. Like the Florida Panthers won the President's Trophy this year. Does anybody look at the Florida Panther and say, you know what? Those guys are champs.
Gives a shit.
No, the Florida Panthers are champs this year.
They are regular season champs.
Yeah,
See, but that's the wrong attitude to have. I think you give them their respect.
Yeah, but how do you quantify that when a team like Tampa takes a step back in the regular season to have more in the playoffs?
Exactly, because it's a different season. They're 2 different seasons.
If
hockey is different from 82 games to the playoffs,
if the Leafs were to win the President's Trophy this upcoming season and then lose in the first round, they would hold a ceremony to raise a monument of their failure.
Yes. But
we shouldn't
look at it like that.
We should say they were the best team out of all the teams.
They were the best team in the regular season. They just didn't win in the playoffs.
Nope.
No.
Lost when it mattered. Fart.
It's like when TFC went all the way to the CONCACAF finals. People were like, well, they won the regular season and they won the local championship or like the North American one, but they didn't win CONCACAF. So nobody said, well, their other 2 awards are bullshit because they didn't win CONCACAF. That's the thing, is what I'm saying is we should celebrate every level of success, not piss on one to pump up another one, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you're asking for society to change what they do.
It's just not
value, and it's just not going to work.
The NHL and the NBA, because it's the same situation, and I guess MLB could do things to make it matter more.
Yeah,
they could change the way they structure their regular season so that it's a celebration of the team who finishes first, but they have never gone towards that.
Nope. Give us $300
and
for mid-range seats, and your 2 favorite players are load managing. Fuck you.
And here's the other thing, man. In EPL, you win the regular season title, whatever they call it. Those teams usually bought all the best players. There's no salary cap. It's harder to do in North American sports. There's salary caps here.
Yeah. I don't know why.
I don't know either. It doesn't make sense. Logically, it doesn't make sense. You can like the playoffs better than the regular season. Me too.
Kind of like Europe for just being like, you're shit. Not only did you finish last,
but your team's poor in your shit.
But your team's poor in your shit, and you're going to go to your team's poor in your shit league until you earn your way out of it.
I do kind of like relegation.
Relegation would be cool.
Relegation would be so cool.
There's also so many leagues and teams here that you could do it.
There are several NHL teams that next season should be playing the Hershey Bears.
Yeah, you could,
and losing to the Hershey Bears.
If you got the AHL and formed it in a different way, you could easily do a secondary league with a bunch of these players and teams.
I'm not sure we answered the question.
I think we did.